Hey, did you know that there is one thing that you can start implementing today that will greatly increase your sense of flow, your sense of peace, and your sense of joy? Well, today I'm going to share with you a talk that I gave about that exact thing. So, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Max Ryan. I am a spiritual director. I've been doing this work for many years. I've helped hundreds of people to find their peace, their joy, and their flow in their life. So, what you're about to see is a talk that I gave a little while ago. And I think that you will definitely find some value in what I have to say about this one thing that you can start today. So, if you haven't hit the like button or subscribed here, I'd greatly appreciate that. And also stick around because I also answer some questions at the very end. So thanks so much for being here and enjoy the talk. Definitely put your comments below about this because I'm really interested in what you think about it too. Okay? All right. I'll see you later. All right, today I want to talk to you about something, share something with you. Some of you have definitely considered, and some of you might not have considered as of yet. I want to talk to you about something that the world and the illusion is continually going to teach you. It's continually going to push on you. It's continually going to assume of you. The world is continually going to be, what's the word I want to say? Initiating you into this process. And that process is that from early childhood, you are taught to get. You're taught to get. You have to get the ball. You have to win the race. You have to get the good grade. You have to get successful. You have to get the right partner. You have to get the right body. You have to get the right education. You have to get the right situation in your life. You have to get. It's about getting. This world is constantly and over constantly going to teach you that your role as a human being in this incarnation is to make sure you get, right? Now, that getting is done a million different ways. I just gave you a few examples of it. That getting is so enculturated in your psychology, in our psychology, that we don't even know it. One of the reasons that you're here right now, watching me talk to you, is that part of you wants to get something. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to get something, right? There's nothing wrong with it. But here's the deal. We equate the getting to our value and who we are. Let me say that again. We equate the getting to the value and who we are. It doesn't matter if it's a material thing. It doesn't matter if it's a spiritual technique. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship. It doesn't matter if it's a car. It doesn't matter if it's whatever, a grade. We still equate the getting of something with our value. Are you on my page? Do you get it? Do you get it? Are you getting it? Did you get it? I cracked myself up. All right. So this is the basis of what we're going to talk about before we get into, now I'm going to get into it. So you're enculturated, you are hypnotized, you are completely enrolled in this idea of you have to get something other than where you are. Got it? Now, this is my question. And I'm going to tell you this. This may be the best question that you can ever ask yourself. I can think of one other one, but here it is. When are you going to stop? When are you going to stop? This is the question that will start your journey. This is the question that will start it. It will continue to help your journey to deepen, to widen, to get more significant, to literally start to wake up from the illusion, from the dream state. Because there are so many ways in which you're trying to get. I wrote some of them down. There's just some of them. When will you stop trying? When will you stop striving? When will you stop fixing? When will you stop worrying? When will you stop trying? When will you stop trying to make it? When will you stop trying to survive? When will you stop trying to plan? When will you stop forcing? When will you stop trying to control? When will you stop controlling? When will you stop needing? When will you stop stopping control? When will you stop pretending? When will you stop forcing? These are just some of the things. Because if you look at the illusion, if you look at the world, and the spiritual world, and I've said it a million times and I'll say it again, the spiritual world is one of the biggest marketplaces for trying to get something that it's trying to sell you that you don't already have. Take a deep breath. The only reason that you buy things, not the only reason, but a main reason that you buy things is that you're convinced that if you get it, then you'll be better. If you watch me, then you're going to be better. If you read that book, you're going to be better. Something's going to change. But I'm here to tell you, all of that is external validation. It's somehow an external validation for this egoic craving to get. So the ego is going to keep going, well, just try that one, and then try that one, try that one, do that one, do that one. You know, I say stop reading for a moment. Because while you're reading, while you're eating that thing, while you're listening to me, while you're going on a retreat, while you're doing anything is the most important thing. But can you just stop? Can you just stop? Take a deep breath. If you can really face yourself, and you can really turn towards yourself and face yourself and say, am I ready to just stop? Just for this moment. You don't have to stop for the rest of your life. You don't have to stop for today. You don't have to stop for 5 minutes. Just for this moment. Can you stop trying to fix? Just for this moment, can you stop judging yourself? Just for this moment, can you stop resisting death? That's a big one. Huge one. You don't even know how many of your thoughts and your actions and your deeds are based on you subconsciously resisting death. How about stopping resisting dying? How about that? It's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen. So for this moment, it's very much like, Gangaji, one of my favorite teachers who I've been studying under for many years. That's her whole teaching. Just stop. And when you can just stop, notice what's there. Notice what is there when you stop. This is something to come back to over and over and over in your life. I will tell you this. This is all you really need to have true spiritual awakening. Because if you can stop, and then you have moment after moment after moment of that stopping thing, you will find out who you really are, and you will have a direct, clear connection with source, love, God, peace, whatever you call it. And you stop resisting, stop controlling, stop worrying, stop forcing, stop trying to get somewhere you're not. Can you do that? Like I said, you're probably here on some level because you're trying to get somewhere where you're not. Maybe not all of you. I want to be more peaceful. I want to be more happy. I want to be more spiritual. I want to be more smart. I want to stop. And if you know that classic Bob Newhart sketch, go look it up on YouTube. We've watched it before. Our groups have watched it before. There's something to be said for that. Can you develop that part of you that goes on? Stop. Just stop. Because your peace is not nowhere else but here. I say it all the time. Your peace is not when you have your spiritual awakening. Your peace is not when you get the job. Your peace is not when the person signs your contract. Your peace is not when whatever. It's not. It's right here. It's right here. Take a deep breath. So, my question to you is, when will you stop? But let's get back to the topic. What are you thinking about stopping? This is a direct affront to the egoic mind. The egoic mind is like, do not fucking stop. Don't fucking stop. If you fucking stop, then you are doomed. Then everyone else is going to win. They're going to get ahead of you. You're going to lose all your momentum. Everything's going to fall apart. Everything that you build, all that stuff. Your ego is just going to have a whole party with that one. It will. I guarantee you it's going to have a party if you just tell it to stop. Bob Newhart reminder. That's right, Heather. The skit is the best. Go look it up on YouTube. It's hilarious. Jello says, how do we differentiate the unnecessary needing from the necessary? Well, first of all, you don't need anything. Your ego needs something. Your ego needs something. This is going to sound very, very confronting or hard to believe or whatever, but you are completely taken care of. You are. And if you don't have the thing or the food, you will be given away to get the thing or the food. You just need a roof over your head and you need some food, basically. You'll be given the smarts to do that, or you'll be sent it. Something will happen, right? Go on YouTube and look up Bob Newhart, just stop it. It was a sketch. Hilarious. This is all about trusting. Everyone, most of you know my, hold on. That is the tattoo on my hand that I read every day. Trust, trust, trust. Right? Trust. This is how you develop trust. You have to jump in. You have to leap. You have to just stop and be like, I don't care if I ever read a fucking book. It doesn't matter for this moment. Just stop. You know, I was saying this. Let me show you this. So I'm a history major from NYU. I got of education. But I have a history major from NYU, and I love history. And just to give you an idea about why you do things and why you don't do things, right? So I am really, really, the period of time that I love is the Enlightenment period. And I love French history. So I just was in Paris, and I met this guy that we did a walking tour about the French Revolution. It was great. And then I was like, I really want to get into more Napoleon. And then there ended up being this incredible exhibit, whatever. I was like, do you have a book that you really think is one of the best books? And he goes, yeah, you need to read this. So my thing is like, wow, I want to read about him because I've studied him before, but I really want to know more. He goes, oh no, this is the best book. This is the best book. I'm like, yeah, I'm into it. So he tells me the name of the book. I order the book. I get the book, and look at the book. This book, it's called Napoleon the Great, is 967 pages. And I messaged him. I'm like, you didn't tell me this was 967 pages. And he goes, don't worry, you're going to love it. And I was like, and then I thought to myself, am I reading this so I can say I read a 900 and 1,000 page book? Or am I reading it because it's exciting? It's interesting. I'm into it. No, I'm reading it because it's exciting. It's interesting. I got a couple books I need to read first. And then I'm going to freaking finish this book. And I'm going to report back to you when I finish this book. It might be months, but I'm going to read it. Now, this does have to do with stopping because, listen, I could force myself to read this to say, I read a 960 book and no, I want to. I'm interested. Does that make sense? Do you get what I'm saying? The correlation between the stopping and why you do something and why you don't do something. I don't need to read this freaking book. I don't need to. And as soon as if a part of me said, oh, people are going to think you're really smart if you read this book. And the other part goes, I'm just interested. I mean, I read Hamilton's one of my other favorite people way before the musical. But there's a huge book. It's not 1,000, but it's probably like 700 pages. I read all that book. I'm like, I loved it. So you get it? Give up the shoulds. Give up the shoulds. If you start giving up the shoulds, this is really good advice. You ready? If you stop giving up your shoulds, then guess what? Stopping is easier. Because most of your shoulds are pushing, are trying, are forcing. They are. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a should. It would be a want. Just be like, oh, I should clean up. Hey, fuck it, I'm not cleaning up. Oh, I should call them. Fuck it, don't call them. See what happens. See what happens. Get it?